A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti. Oh, hello there. I am Stan the Movie Man, and this is my review of I Feel Pretty. It stars Amy Schumer, Michelle Williams, Emily Ratajkowski, Naomi Campbell, Lauren Hutton, Rory Scovel, Aidy Bryant. A ton of people are in this movie. It is the story of Renee Bennett, played by Amy Schumer, who works for a cosmetics company called Lily LeClaire. She works in the IT department. It's not actually in the big shiny building that's got the logo on it. They work under a Chinese restaurant in a tiny office. She is not very confident about herself. She sees all the images, of course, online of the famous people, and she sees people in New York where she lives and works, and she sees the people at the spin class she goes to, and she feels like she's fat and ugly and doesn't fit the ideal of beauty that the company Lily LeClaire is selling. She's at the spin class one day and she falls off of the spin bike and hits her head. And when she wakes up, she looks in the mirror and expresses surprise at this beautiful woman in front of her, that she is gorgeous and hot, and she's filled with confidence because she thinks she has somehow miraculously transformed into a woman that she considers beautiful. This boost in confidence helps her get a new job within Lily LeClaire as the receptionist, working at the front desk, and she inadvertently becomes involved with the creation of a new line of cosmetics that are aimed at the traditional market. It's called the Diffusion line, and it's going to be sold in big box, stores, and that is being led by Avery LeClaire, played by Michelle Williams, who is a bit disconnected from reality, doesn't really know how the average woman deals with things. She's been rich all her life and is kind of clueless. But Renee, with this newfound confidence, suddenly becomes involved in the creation and the improvement of this line. And at the same time, she starts dating a guy named Ethan, played by Rory Scovel, an average guy who is kind of bowled over by her confidence simply because he doesn't have much choice. She just sort of runs right through him, and they go on a date and they begin a relationship. All of this going on as her other friends, Vivian and Jane, played by Aidy Bryant and Busy Phillips, are starting to kind of feel left out and disrespected by the way Renee now acts around them. It's called I Feel Pretty, but there are some kind of ugly moments in it. It, in my opinion, kind of falls into the trap that I think it was sort of working against, in that the cosmetics industry sells this idea of beauty to women that is, for many women, completely unachievable. And that sounds mean on my part, but I don't mean it to be mean. I think the film kind of falls into the trap of showing us that even though Amy Schumer's character considers herself beautiful, she isn't afraid to tell other people that they aren't. And it comes across kind of mean-spirited at times, even though it kind of turns itself around in the last third of the film, and sort of goes all in on the we're all beautiful in our own way message, and it has a pretty standard happy ending. But there's just something sort of dark and mean about this movie. And granted, the humor is at times crude, although it's a PG-13 film, so it isn't gross. There's just, it has a layer of darkness and anger in it that I don't think they meant to include, or if they did, they didn't mine it the proper way to try to enforce the idea that we should accept everybody as they are. It is fairly funny in places. It tends to drag at other times, and some of the examples of Schumer's character interacting with people, either when she is super confident and is, just putting herself into these situations with people in the cosmetics company, or with her friends where she's being kind of mean about what she thinks she looks like. They tend to stretch a little too long, not unlike this review. And I'm going to cut it off now by telling you I Feel Pretty gets 3 stars. Go to StanTheMovieMan.com to read my complete review. You can follow me on Twitter @MovieManStan. Listen to The Fractured Frame, where a couple of friends of mine and I get together and discuss the latest in TV, movie, streaming, and other entertainment news. And you can send emails to me, StanTheMovieMan123 @gmail.com. Till next time, later.